My dear brothers and sisters, let me ask you something very honestly. How many of you lie down at night, your body exhausted, but your mind refuses to rest? You replay conversations that already ended. You imagine outcomes that have not happened. You worry about tomorrow as if Allah is not already there. And you wake up tired, not because you worked too hard, but because your heart never slept. Let me say this clearly, because some of us need to hear it without sugarcoating. You are not overthinking because you care too much. You are overthinking because you are trying to control what was never placed in your hands, and that is why your heart feels heavy. Allah did not create you to carry the burden of the unseen. He created you to trust Him with it. Overthinking is a trap. Tawakkul is the exit. My dear brothers and sisters, many people misunderstand overthinking. They assume that because their mind is busy, they must be responsible. Because they are worrying, they must be mature. Because they are analyzing everything, they must be wise. But let us be honest with ourselves. If overthinking truly came from intelligence, it would lead you to clarity. It would lead you to calm decisions. It would lead you to trust. Instead, what does it usually lead to? Restlessness, anxiety, sleepless nights, a heart that feels tight for no clear reason. That is not intelligence. That is fear wearing a respectable mask. When someone says, I'm just being careful, ask them a simple question. Careful about what? Most of the time, they are not carefully planning success. They are carefully imagining failure. They are not thinking deeply about how Allah might open doors. They are thinking obsessively about how things could go wrong. That difference matters. Notice how your mind behaves when you overthink. It does not jump from one blessing to another. It does not replay moments of mercy. It does not obsess over how beautifully Allah has protected you in the past. Instead, it runs toward loss. What if I fail? What if I am rejected? What if people misunderstand me? What if everything collapses? That pattern alone should tell you something. This is not wisdom guiding your thoughts. This is fear hijacking your imagination. True intelligence is calm. True wisdom slows you down. It helps you separate what you can control from what you cannot. Overthinking does the opposite. It makes everything feel urgent, overwhelming, and personal. It convinces you that if you do not mentally suffer enough, something bad will happen, as if your anxiety is somehow a form of protection. But anxiety has never protected anyone. It has only exhausted them. Allah, in His mercy, exposes this illusion clearly. He tells us that Shaitan threatens you with fear. He promises you loss. He whispers regret before anything even happens. Shaitan does not need to push you toward open sin all the time. Sometimes he is content to paralyze your heart. He is content to make you doubt Allah's care. He is content to make you feel unsafe in a universe that Allah Himself controls. Overthinking is one of His most subtle tools because it looks harmless. You are not shouting. You are not acting out. You are not disobeying outwardly. You are just thinking quietly, constantly. And that is why many people never question it. But inside, something dangerous is happening. Your heart is no longer resting with Allah. It is wrestling with imagined futures. It is negotiating with outcomes Allah never asked you to manage. When overthinking takes over, your trust in Allah does not disappear all at once. It erodes slowly. You still pray, but your prayer feels rushed. You still say you trust Allah, but your heart remains tense. You still make dua, but you immediately follow it with worry. That combination is exhausting because your tongue and your heart are no longer aligned. Fear makes you believe that thinking more will give you control. But control was never yours. Allah did not give you the responsibility of outcomes. He gave you responsibility of intention, effort, and patience. The rest belongs to Him. When you overthink, you cross that boundary. You step into a role that was never assigned to you. And the heart reacts the way it always does. When it carries something too heavy, it becomes anxious. Another sign that overthinking comes from fear is how repetitive it is. Wise thinking reaches a conclusion. Overthinking circles the same thought again and again without resolution. You replay conversations. You replay mistakes. You replay decisions that are already finished. What benefit is there in that? None. But fear thrives on repetition. It wants to keep the wound open. It wants to keep the heart unsettled. Allah created the human mind to reflect, not to torment itself. Reflection brings lessons. Overthinking brings punishment. Reflection helps you move forward. Overthinking traps you in place, and that is why it feels so draining. You are burning energy without movement. You are running without progress. Understand this clearly. If your thinking pulls you away from Allah's mercy, it is not productive. If it weakens your hope, it is not preparation. If it makes you forget how many times Allah has already helped you, it is not caution, it is fear. Fear tells you that you are alone. Tawakkul reminds you that Allah is with you. Fear tells you that everything depends on you. Tawakkul reminds you that everything depends on Allah. Fear keeps your heart tight. Tawakkul opens it. Once you recognize overthinking for what it truly is, you stop respecting it. You stop calling it responsibility. You stop calling it depth. You see it as a signal that your heart needs reassurance, not more mental noise. A signal that your trust needs strengthening, not more scenarios. My dear brothers and sisters, Allah does not expect you to predict the future. He expects you to rely on Him while walking toward it. When you understand that, the grip of overthinking begins to loosen. And that is the first step toward peace. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the biggest misunderstandings about tawakkul is the idea that it means switching your brain off and waiting for miracles. Some people hear the word tawakkul and assume it means sitting back, folding your arms and saying, Allah will take care of it while you make no effort, no preparation, no discipline. That is not tawakkul, that is negligence, and Islam never teaches negligence. At the same time, there is another extreme that is just as dangerous. This is where many people fall. They work, they plan, they try, they struggle, but they never let go. They act as if everything depends entirely on them. They exhaust themselves trying to control results, timelines, and reactions of people. This is not effort. This is panic disguised as hard work. True tawakkul lives in the middle. You do your part fully, sincerely, with excellence. Then you stop, you hand the outcome to Allah, and you allow your heart to rest. The Prophet taught us this balance beautifully. When a man asked whether he should tie his camel or trust Allah, the answer was clear. Tie your camel and trust Allah. Notice the order. Action first. Trust always. But once the camel is tied, you do not sit next to it all night imagining it escaping. That second part is where people fail. Many of us tie the camel and then refuse to leave it alone. We keep checking, we keep worrying, we keep imagining worst case scenarios. We keep reopening what we already placed in Allah's hands. That is not tawakkul. That is overthinking wearing religious language. Tawakkul means you accept your limits. It means you understand that effort is your responsibility, but outcomes belong to Allah alone. When you confuse these roles, your heart becomes tired. You pray, but you still panic. You plan, but you still fear. You make dua, but you still feel unsafe. That inner conflict is exhausting because your heart is trying to serve two masters, trust and control. Allah never asked you to predict the future. He never asked you to guarantee results. He asked you to walk toward Him with sincerity. When you overthink after doing your part, what you are really saying is, Ya Allah, I trust you, but not completely. And the heart knows this contradiction. That is why peace does not arrive. Some people say, if I stop worrying, I'll become careless. No, worry does not make you responsible. Clarity does, discipline does, intention does. Worry only drains you emotionally and clouds your judgment. It does not improve your decisions. In fact, it often makes them worse. Look at how Allah describes reliance upon Him. He says that whoever puts their trust in Allah, Allah is sufficient for them. Sufficient does not mean you will get exactly what you imagine. It means Allah will handle what you cannot. It means He will protect you in ways you may never notice. It means He will guide outcomes toward what is ultimately best for your akhirah, even if your ego is disappointed temporarily. Tawakkul also requires humility. Overthinking often comes from arrogance we do not recognize. A subtle belief that if we think hard enough, we can outsmart destiny. that if we stay anxious enough, we can prevent pain. But pain and ease are both part of Allah's decree. Your anxiety does not cancel trials, it only makes them heavier. When you truly practice tawakkul, something shifts inside you. You still care, but you are not desperate. You still plan, but you are not attached. You still try, but you are not afraid of failure. Because failure in the sight of Allah is not losing a job, a person, or an opportunity. Failure is losing your trust in Him. Some of you are stuck not because you did not do enough, but because you refused to release what you already did. You made the decision, but you keep questioning it. You prayed istikhara, but you keep doubting it. You asked Allah for guidance, but you keep replaying alternatives. That constant mental tug of war blocks peace. Tawakkul means when you say, Ya Allah, guide me, you are also ready to accept the path Allah chooses, even if it looks different from what you expected. It means you stop demanding guarantees. Allah never promised you certainty. He promised you care. My dear brothers and sisters, Allah is not asking you to stop thinking. He is asking you to stop carrying what belongs to Him. Think enough to act wisely, then stop. That stopping is not weakness. It is faith. When you finally understand tawakkul correctly, you realize something powerful. You were never meant to hold everything together. You were meant to hold onto Allah. And when you do, the heart becomes lighter, the mind becomes clearer, and peace begins to return. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the deepest causes of overthinking is the silent demand we place on Allah. Show me everything first, then I will be at peace. We want clarity before patience. We want guarantees before trust. We want to understand the entire road before taking the next step. But Allah never promised you the full picture. He promised you guidance for the next step. But Allah never promised you the full picture. If Allah were to open the entire future in front of you, most hearts would collapse under the weight of it. You would see losses that would scare you, tests that would overwhelm you, responsibilities you are not ready for yet. So Allah hides most of it, not to punish you, but to protect you. What you call uncertainty is often mercy in disguise. Overthinking comes from refusing this mercy. It comes from insisting on answers Allah deliberately withheld. You ask, why did this happen? What if this goes wrong? Where will this lead? And when answers do not come, your mind fills the silence with fear. But silence from Allah does not mean absence, it means timing. Understand this clearly. Allah sees the entire road. You see one step. He sees how this moment connects to your akhirah. You see how it affects your comfort. That difference alone should teach you humility. When you overthink, you are not just worrying. You are quietly objecting to not being in control of knowledge that belongs only to Allah. Allah tells us that if He were to hasten everything people asked for, they would be destroyed. Some of the delays you hate today are saving you from outcomes you would regret tomorrow. Some of the doors that did not open were protecting you from versions of life that would have broken your iman. But overthinking refuses to accept this. It says, if I can't see it, I can't trust it. That is backwards. Faith means trusting even when you cannot see.